2024 season of Hockey League football with the Warriors of Foxborough High School. Today's matchup is between the Foxborough Warriors and the Marauders of Dedham High School. Coming to you from Jack Martinelli Field in Foxborough. Bringing you all of today's exciting football action are Doug Seuss and Pat McGuire.
Yeah, it's Jen, Gabe's mom. Hey, Mr. Plasmati. There he is, long time no see. Swing pass out to Angelini once more.
Now let's join Doug and Pat for today's pregame commentary.
There's Coach. All right, a hero to a lot of these young men.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Jack Martinelli Field here at the Ahern Middle School. Doug Seuss, Pat McGuire, bringing you tonight's action. Division 5 quarterfinal playoff matchup. Foxborough Warriors against the Dedham Marauders. What are we going to see tonight, Pat?
So Dedham's in the playoffs. They are 3-5 coming into the playoffs. They did get a win. Quite a shootout from Greater Lowell Tech up. It was like 56 to 37 or something like that.
Right.
They play in the Tri-Valley League, so they play a lot of the old Bay State teams, and it's they're not a bad team, but when you're playing in the Hockomock all season, this is a little bit of a. I think Dedham's going to see a different level of competition.
Right. They haven't seen the likes of the schedule, is what Pat's referring to. Foxborough, a killer schedule this year. A lot of teams that we've played are in the playoffs. Some of our losses are against high seed teams. King Philip, Situate are two teams that are both seeded second in their respective divisions. So Foxborough played very well last week against a Danvers team that wasn't bad, but really limited their offensive capabilities. Didn't put anything on the scoreboard, but they didn't show any sense of urgency either when they were trailing late in the game, and Foxborough just controlled the game. I think there's going to be more of that tonight.
Yeah, I think Danvers was trying to be respectfully lose because they have a lot of young kids. They lost a lot of kids the year before, and I think they were just trying to control the clock, and they didn't want to end up in one of those 40-point blowouts like we saw in the playoffs last year. I think Dedham's going to be a little more aggressive. They do a lot of different things with their offense. They move people around a lot of shifting. They even change who gets the ball on the snap most of the time. They'll run like 2, 3, even 4 different guys taking snaps from the center. So I think that this could be a situation where Dedham's not just going to look to kill the clock, and I think that Foxborough might take advantage of it.
And I think, as always, if we avoid the things that will hurt you against any opponent, weak or strong, turnovers, penalties, if we play a clean game, I think this one will be over at halftime.
Yeah, I don't think if they play a clean game, I can't see them losing. I did watch some Dedham online, and they're not particularly big, like anywhere. And I was watching them run the 4-3 defense, and as I was watching, I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if Ben Angelini went for over 200 yards tonight.
Yeah, I heard you mention to Ben just a second ago. Like, Ben, 200 tonight. He was pretty affirmative, thinks he can reach that goal. So we'll be bringing you action in a short time here. Probably got about, 20 minutes before game time. It's a little chilly here, but it's clear, and it should be a good night. Hopefully the fans start rolling in.
Yep, absolutely. I think with predictions, I think they're going to win by 4 touchdowns.
I think we're going to go 4 touchdowns as well. So we'll be back in about 20 minutes with the real live action. right, everybody at home, welcome back. Tonight's action, quarterfinal, Division 5, Foxboro Warriors, Dedham Marauders, Doug Seuss, Pat McGuire to bring you tonight's action here from Jack Martinelli Field. You're just about to see the captains go out and for the coin toss. Dedham being the visitors, they will get to call the flip, and then we'll go from there.
So 3 of the
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
4 captains
The
right there
Foxboro
are
Jack
guys you'll
Martinelli
be
Field.
seeing carrying
Tonight's MIAA
are in the
Division
backfield
5
quite a bit,
round
4, 5, and
playoff
26.
game between the 11th seed
26,
Dedham
AJ
Marauders,
Panett
coached by Mike
is
Cloutier,
really
and
the
Jack
straw that
Martinelli's
stirs the
third
drink
seed
for
Foxboro
Dedham.
Warriors.
They go as he goes.
Taking the coin toss for the Marauders are this year's captains, number 4, Ben Boogie, number 5, Edom Chlorofor, number 26, AJ Panett, and number 51, Nick Knight. And for the Foxboro Warriors, captains, number 8, Nolan Gordon, number 10, Mike Marcasella, number 17, Caden Hassett, number 32, Ben Angelini, and number 74, Jonathan Balday.
All right, Foxborough is going to get the ball first, similar to last week. And again, we expect a possibly high-scoring affair tonight, at least from the Warriors side. Dedham all season long has yielded a lot of points. They gave up 37 last week, but they scored 56 on the other hand.
They're going to have to play better defense tonight because if they gave up 37 to Greater Lowell Vocational Tech School, Foxborough could hang a 50-burger on them.
Right. Of all our schools. Any verbal, written, physical conduct related to race, gender,
Foxborough last week
disability,
scored 3 times through the air. Nolan Gordon had two touches. Ben Angelini had 1, as well as 1 on the ground. Although there's a lot of yardage on the ground that was picked up throughout the contest.
Of men and women who have served or are currently serving in our armed forces. We invite both veterans and current military personnel to stand. We thank you for your service to our country. If you are able, please stand for the national anthem, which will be sung by Foxboro Jr. Meyer Kaiser.
All right, Quinn at home, hand over your heart.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets right glad, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Woo! Very nice job there, young lady. Very nice job.
Great work.
Not an easy thing to do.
Thank you, Maya.
Great job, Maya. So here we are. Foxborough's going to receive the opening kickoff. Back for us normally, and I'm sure the same tonight, would be Cam Dulesky and Joey
I'd like
Nicholson.
to take a moment to introduce the 2024 Foxboro Warrior cheerleaders who had
Nice, crisp November night.
Program.
Finally,
Playoff football.
finally some football weather, right, Mac?
Trip to the Final Four on the line here. So
Ayla Katie, Jayla
shame the
Corliss,
band's not here tonight,
Caleb
but
Donahue,
I understand they had some competition,
Johnson,
so
Well, if they
hopefully
do,
they're able to make it to
Gabriella
next
Marte,
week.
That's right.
Hopefully
With-
there is
Ramsey,
a
Janaya
next
Travis,
week.
That's right. There should be,
the sophomores,
unless something
Charlotte
drastically
Sanchez,
goes wrong here.
Kaylee
But
Gillespie,
It does
Sumner
create a
Goldberg,
lot of empty
Vienna
seats
Meza,
here. I was just looking,
Mariah
we're kind of
Spencer,
sparse in the
Brooklyn
stands
Tucker,
tonight, and normally we get a lot of band and band parents filling it in as well as football
Giorgio,
fans.
Maya McCruz, and Madeline Simpson.
So teeing it
And the
up, number
seniors,
14
Adam
for
Jarvis, Nyla
Dedham
Lopes,
is
senior
Paul
captains, Adelaide
Lupianez. I think
Audrey
I got that right,
Hickox,
Lupianez.
Sarah Polito, and Jill
yeah, he's a
Slattery.
little squib kick. Can't let that ball roll too long, boys. Not a problem. We covered up. That was Ryan Foley on top of that one, but Foxborough will get the ball just shy of the 35.
I don't think Foxborough was too surprised by that, given the fact they had Foley, Angelini, and Sacchetti at that line.
The ball spotted at their own 34-yard line.
All right, here we go. Foxborough breaks the huddle. They come out with 3 wide to the near side. Angelini is a single back.
Dedham's running at 4-3. Looks like it's just a cover 2.
There's the first flag of the day. We're going to get a free 5 out of that. Looked like number 77 jumped offside. So it'll be first and 5 now.
Interesting adjustment here is they move both their corners over to the wide receiver side.
And there's Angelini, there's the buck sweep. And Angelini's already got, let me see, we're at our 39-yard line.
Captain Ben Angelini on the carry.
He gets about 19 yards.
Down to the Marauder 43-yard line.
This is the bread and butter play for the Warriors right here. You see the pulling guards.
Don Perry on the stop for Dedham.
O'Keefe, and we'll come back in a second there. LaCroix. Gave him about 19 on that play. Ball at the 43-yard line of Dedham. And we're going to see the opposite way, following LaCroix's block. Angelini's to the outside, and he may have the corner. He's going to be run out of bounds inside the 10, it looks like. So
Ben Angelini on that carry.
43, he's down to about the 6-yard line.
He's tackled by Nelson Gonzalez.
Yeah, down to the 6. So,
Yeah.
so that's 37 yards.
Good block, and I can't catch a number there, but I think that was one of our tight ends who was blocking on that side too.
Peraza's been blocking very well lately.
So we get a 1st and goal now from the 6. And Angelini's going to come up just shy. He's probably down to the 1. It looks like it's going to be spotted about the 1. So it'll be 2nd and goal. So he's 3 carries.
The 1-yard line.
3 carries and 60 yards of offense already for the Warriors. I see nothing other than Angelini getting the ball right now.
Brought down by Cullen Cementio.
Foxborough's showing like three wide, but this is going to Angelini.
He's in there. Yep.
Touchdown Warriors.
Well, that didn't take long.
Touchdown run by number 32, Captain Ben Angelini.
All right, so we're 30% to my prediction already.
Yeah. Again, you know, it's not taking anything away from any opponent, but Foxborough is just built for this based on the schedule this year, the roster. You know, having 3 losses for the Warriors this year was not the worst thing that happened. In fact, it probably made them hungrier. It certainly battle tested the
10:43 left in
team.
the first quarter. 6-0.
All 3 of those losses are still in the playoffs.
There you go. A little bit of a high snap. Mike Marcusella does a nice job pulling it down.
Blocking there. And,
look at this. You just can't. There's no matchup
you
for
can't
that.
tackle him up around his shoulder pads like that.
No, Angelini is not only quick, but he's a pretty strong kid. And you're right. You can't tackle him high. You got to go low on him.
Especially if you're not a big guy.
If you're not a big guy.
Yeah.
So Jackson Mayling will do the kicking chores for the Warriors right now. He tees it up at our own 40-yard line.
We got 6 and 2 back there. So we got Nelson Gonzalez and George Grige.
All right.
Sounds like a fancy wine.
Gonzalez, along with
all right. So the extra point was
George Greedy.
No good
Taking it
there.
off of the Warriors. Number 3, Jackson Mayling.
Wide open in the middle of the field. On the receiving side, Mayling's kick is right down the middle. Fielded inside the 10-yard line. It's a good return right here.
Yeah, and there was openings too.
There was openings. He's still fighting. He gets out to 35. And is that number 6, right? You said Pat. And
that's Grige.
Grige does a nice job of bringing that return back. Gets about 30 yards on the return. Found a hole in the Foxborough coverage.
So if 26 and number 5 connect on a pass, that's a Pine Grige connection.
There you go. Cheers.
Marauders will start.
So the Marauders start throwing 35-yard line, which is actually pretty good field position. 10:34 remaining in the opening quarter. If you're just tuning in, Foxborough got the opening kickoff in 4 plays downfield. Score Angelini on a 1-yard plunge. Here we go. Dedham comes out. They have 2 wide to the near side. Sort of like a full house backfield. We get motion. And we're going to see a quarterback keeper, number 12. It might be Boulay, I think, that James
Boulay and Palmer.
Boulay and Palmer, yep.
So this is what Dedham does for a lot of their offense, is even though they do, it looks like a spread, they're doing it so they can run the ball. And those guys in the backfield are basically going to lead you.
Right. Finn Davis is the quarterback ball carrier right there.
If you got around that corner, that would definitely been a hold right there on number 5. What's number 5's name?
For us?
No, for them.
For them, number 5 is Edom Califoria.
Yeah. Sorry, Doug. I did you dirty with that one.
Yeah, you did. You set me up for that one, Pat. Here we are, 2nd and 10. No gain on first down. And once again, Davis is the quarterback. He's dropping back to pass. And pursued. There's a fumble.
Oh, that's a fumble.
They've got a flag down as well. I'm not sure what the flag is. That flag came in late. That's certainly not roughing the passer because the ball came out.
It must have been on
them. On the play, recovered by the Warriors.
Probably was a hold. I'm not sure who got that. Diaz come up with that ball?
I'm not even sure.
All right,
Palmer ran it down,
this is what we need. Yeah, this is Trevor Palmer coming on the backside. There he is. Nope. Actually, that's Quan Diaz.
Yeah, Diaz with
strip,
recovery, sack. Look at all that.
He got the triple crown right there.
Have a day.
Quan Diaz. Nice job all the way around.
31-yard line.
Diaz,
the Warriors back in business.
1st and 10, Foxborough.
We see Gordon spread out way wide to the near sideline. And we're going to see, here we go. Angelini's going to turn this corner. And he's got another
31 yards.
31-yard touchdown run.
Touchdown, Warriors.
So we're about 3 minutes into this contest, and Foxborough's scored 2 touchdowns and 5 offensive plays.
Ben Angelini.
Angelini with 91 yards so far.
Yeah. We actually pulled, if we get a replay, you're going to see the whole backside of the Foxborough line, including backs, are pulling like the old student body right, all right? And Angelini got the corner, got a great block by Nolan Gordon out here on the corner. So Foxborough will go for 2, seeing we missed the first point after kick.
Yeah, the whole idea with it, too, is you line up strong on one side, so the defense has to be strong on that side, but then you bring them across.
Kaleski on the reception for the 2 points.
2-point conversion.
And now you're forcing the other guys to basically run their strength across the formation.
Right.
9:19 left in the first quarter, 14-0 Warriors.
So again, when you we're gonna see a touchdown from the far side. You're going to see all this. Look at all these bodies, all these blue jerseys. That's Stileski coming out pulling like a guard. He gets a great block. Gordon's got a really good block on that outside.
And the right side of the line all comes down. They all have angles.
That's it. It was so well executed that it made it easy. And Angelini, again, being the quality back that he is, just had to avoid one guy, and it was over.
Off to the Warriors is Jackson
Ray. Malin kicking off again. And once more, we have Grige, and I believe you said number 2, Gonzalez, are back deep for the Marauders. This is going to be a shorter kick to one of the up guys. And a host of Warriors in there. Number 24 for Foxborough is one of them. I'm going to give him credit. It's
That's
Jack
Taft, right?
Yeah, it's Jack Taft was one of the tacklers. Here's the conversion, and this is real simple. You're going to see Dulesky, he does a quick in and out. It's called a whip. He starts in on like a slant and just bangs it back out. So that was well executed right there by Cam Dulesky and Mike Marcella.
It's a tough play to defend against because you called in short space with it short yardage, so you don't have a whole lot of time to recover. So you got to overplay the slant.
Yeah, you do. So Dedham comes out once again. Davis is the quarterback. They get a little bit of motion, a reset by number 5, Claforia. And here's the guy you talked about earlier. There's a flag. This could be a holding. Pinay was the carrier.
A.J. Pinette on the carry for the Marauders. There's a flag on the play.
I didn't see it, but haven't seen the play. That's almost certainly a hold. Yeah, it's a hold. That's what it's.
So, what my son, who was watching scout film, he told me watching, and I mentioned this to you in pregame. He told me watching last week's Dedham film is they attacked the outside constantly.
First down and 20.
And they were getting away with a lot of holds on the DNs, like bear hug type of holds. And so far tonight, they've tried it a couple times and have drawn flags. So we'll see a first down all over again.
Foxborough defensive ends have been really playing well the last few weeks as well. They've been improving.
Oh, there's another ball on the ground. I think Panay comes up with it. Got lucky there. You saw Trevor Palmer chasing down from the backside.
Dedham's not doing themselves any favors right now.
A.J. Pinette on the carry for the Marauders.
This is not even really a carry. In fact, that was close to almost being a pass. I was thinking the same thing, Pat. That was almost like a forward shuffle there.
Yeah.
Number 4, Ben Bogey, was the quarterback on that play. And you had mentioned in pregame that they rotate different guys in there taking that snap.
Yeah, but they'll all be on the field at the same time, which is weird. Although 12's off the field right now.
All right, so Dedham lines up with 3 wide to their sideline. And this is going to be a quarterback keeper and nothing.
No. Diaz again.
Diaz already making himself an impact player tonight.
Josh Stivaleta. And you'll notice he's actually a lefty. So that changes things as well. Look at him how he fakes the pass.
Yeah, he is. Yep. First was Palmer, and then Diaz you're not getting away. Oh, boy. They're back at like their own 21-yard line.
Nice tackle there by Mr. Diaz. I think we'll be hearing from Coach Ivitz on the wrestling team.
They actually gave him a favorable spot. He had first contact right about there, but he was still moving. That's all right. Doesn't matter. It was a loss of yardage. It's like 3rd and forever. Scoreboard says there it is, 3rd and 27 now, yeah. Might as well be forever. So they got an empty backfield. They got 5 wide here.
Foxborough going to play man with 2 high safeties over the top. The defensive lines.
This is Davis. He's going down the middle. Ball, he had an open receiver there. It wouldn't have been enough for a first down if he had caught it. He would have been having to go down to his knees to pull that thing up. But incomplete pass. Foxborough will be getting the ball back on a punt here.
Decent pressure with 4 men rushing.
Bogey back to punt for the Marauders.
I'm enjoying it, Monica.
So we have,
back to punt for the
we
Marauders.
do have Dulesky back, and I probably choose Joe Nicholson, probably the other guy is
I believe so.
All right, Bogey with a
That's a
knuckle
line
ball.
drive.
All right. Whoa. There's Nicholson.
Nice
He almost
shift right
ran
there.
into Dulesky and then cut it back to the outside. Gets a nice little return of about 15 yards.
Problem with
Joe
those
Nicholson on the return for
punts
the Warriors.
is it was like a 40-yard punt, but it was a line drive, so you don't give your offense enough time to.
Down to about 40,
Right there.
40-yard line.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. And then back to the outside. There you go. Foxborough has the ball for their third possession at the Dedham 44-yard line. 6:54 remaining in the first quarter. Warriors up 14-zip. Angelini, again, the lone back with Marcusella. And Angelini gets another carry. And he's going to pick up about 5 yards there. Be a 2nd and 5.
Ben Angelini on the carry. He's brought down by James Doyle.
Doyle on the
Angelini
tackle
picks
for
up
the
about
Marauders.
5 yards on that run.
I wonder if after a tackle he got up and yelled Doyle rules.
Warriors break the huddle. See Dulesky coming to the near sideline. Gordon's out to the far side. And now we have Foley in the backfield with Angelini. And we're going to see a little pass play here. Oh, he dropped it. Perazzo, who hasn't been the target of many throws this year. All right. He had space. Ball's well thrown. He's open. And I think he was just looking to turn to the field before he secured it.
Yep.
So incomplete pass brings up a 3rd and 5. Ball resting at the 40-yard line of Dedham. This is probably strictly Angelini time right here.
I wonder if this is going to be the
We're going
same
to see that left side all pull this way again. Nope. We're going to see a little bootleg pass.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice tackle. Right
really
there.
a high one on Foley.
Yep.
Brings up 4th down.
Pass complete to Ryan
4th down
Foley.
at about 1.
So that play has everybody thinking that it's going to go that way. It looked like it was almost a face mask, too.
Yeah.
All right, so now we got that tight bunch on the right side.
4.
Then they jumped up.
There it is.
Yeah, like,
A little delayed call by the officials here, but we got Dedham offsides once again.
Rovers out in a
So Claforia was the tackler on the previous play. But Foxborough does pick up the first down on another penalty on the Marauders.
Edom, yep, Caploria.
Come on, Mac, you can say that.
I think the K is silent.
Is
so
it?
It's Plorfia. Edom Plorfia.
Well, tomato. You go with your version, I'll go with mine. And then
Number 5 for Dedham with the
Number
tackle.
5 for Dedham with the tackle. First down, here goes Angelini. Oh, boy. Oh, this is just too easy. There's another score by Angelini.
Touchdown, Warriors.
That's a 30-yard run, so he's up to
Touchdown run. About
130 yards right now, right?
Yeah, about that.
That was a 30-yard touchdown run by Angelini.
Yeah, 126.
And he had the 5, yeah. So he's at like 126 right now.
3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns, and he's had like 8 carries.
Yep. So,
You gotta like that. You gotta like that average.
7 carries.
All right, so here we go. Mailing again, the extra point. No, actually, they brought in Higgins, and that's no good. Wow. Wonder what's going on with that point after.
They got that tight bunch, and instead of running the opposite way, they're just going to run. They're going to do the same. They're running a buck sweep. So Dedham's worried about those guys pulling across the formation, but now they're just going to go that strong side and send their big boys.
We ask you to please refrain from smoking while here.
So here we are, like literally 7 minutes into this game. Foxborough's already up 20 to nothing.
Also, we don't want to forget the touchdown club 50-50 raffle.
You got to remember, too,
the front gate and concession
that
stand.
Angelini was hurt at the start of the season, so he missed the Situate game.
Total sales are announced.
Didn't play much in
the third and fourth quarters of the
the
game.
next game. What was that?
All
KP, they played Walpole.
Foxboro
All right.
football program.
And now he's back healthy. So
Jackson Malin will kick it off.
I mean,
for the Warriors.
You mentioned 26 for Dedham is the guy who stirs their. He's the straw that stirs their offense. Well, that's it with us with Angelini. This short kick up. And number 2 here. He's not going to get much. He loses the ball, but he's out of bounds. Out of bounds. That was Nelson Gonzalez.
Kenny got tested right there on his contained responsibility. That's the other thing is with these kickoffs, with the kicking deep. You know, you have a team where you might not necessarily be getting
He's knocked out of bounds by Brady.
You should be
McKay.
able to control the game, right? But by doing these long kickoffs,
Right.
you're able to get reps for your kickoff team
The Marauders will
that you
start
can't
first and
simulate in
10 from their
practice
own
because you can't.
28-yard line.
This
I
is
mean,
true.
they're barely allowed to hit in practice anyway. So when you, and they've taken the kickoffs out of the game at so many levels,
Right.
the kids really could use the help. And I mean, we saw it a couple of years ago against, was it Gardner or
Well,
Grafton?
yeah, it was Grafton. 100-yard kickoff return. All right. This
that was
is
some good
this is
blocking right there
Stivaleta
from
right there
Dedham.
on the carry. He gets to the outside. Looks like Boulay on the tackle, maybe.
No, it was Nicholson on the tackle.
Was it Nicholson?
Josh Stivaleta on the carry for the Marauders.
Oh, that fumble appears to be in bounds
down
right
by-
there.
Yeah, but it goes out.
Joe Nicholson.
Nicholson on the tackle, as you said, Pat.
Officiating's hard.
About 7 on that
It is
carry.
7 yards on that
Second down,
carry,
3.
so 2nd and 3 from the
Ball at the
35.
35-yard line of Dedham.
They're bunched tight over there towards their sidelines. And
There we go. He
this
does
is
that
that
fake
little
again.
lefty with that.
Well, he has some space
Yes.
out there on the left
Stivaleta.
side.
Stivaleta on the carry again.
It's
He's
interesting
brought down
that they
by
have-
Juwan Diaz.
AJ Panette blocking out on that left side.
Picks up
He
about
did have a
yard.
decent seal on
3rd down and 2 for the
Dulesky.
Marauders.
Was it Dulesky or was
Ball
it might have
spotted right
been
about the
One of the
36-yard line.
passes.
it might have been Boulay.
All right, we have a 3rd and 2 from the 36-yard line. I mentioned earlier, too, on pregame, Pat and I were talking, Dedham has 51 players on their roster, 12 of which are freshmen. So experience-wise, they don't have a lot of depth with upperclassmen. And that certainly plays into a factor in your team performance. And we might have a first down here. I think they do. They do. Move the chains. So straight ahead dive there by Bogey.
I think this is why they cycle through the guys getting the snap so much because they love
Ben
doing that
Bogey on
direct
the
snap.
carry. He picks up the first down from the Marauders. Ball spotted about the 39-yard line of Dedham.
All right, Dedham finally gets some momentum here. Under 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. It looks like Davis is back at quarterback. Now we got what? We got movement, motion, illegal procedure. Yeah. So Dedham picks up that first down, and now they move back 5 yards, so it'll be 1st and 15.
Illegal procedure call on the Marauders. Pushes the ball back 5 yards. 1st and 15. Ball at the 34-yard line of Dedham.
Again, Davis.
And that slot
Yes,
guy.
Get motion by Bogey.
And they just do that pitch to the outside. He's not going anywhere.
No, geez, run into a wall. Blue jerseys over there.
Bueller
AJ
was the
Panetta,
first guy in
Gary.
Yeah,
there. Gaffney
D.
doing a
Gaffney
good
was
job.
here too. Yeah, playing
Balde
DN.
Brought
and
down by James
Sacchetti.
D. Gaffney.
D. Gaffney's had a good year for the Warriors.
Yeah, he has.
Injured last year, which opened the door for Trevor
Lost
Palmer,
about a
actually.
yard.
Yep.
2nd down at 16.
2nd and 16 now. Very quiet here at Martinelli Field.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a big crowd.
Yeah, like I said, it's really sparse. So we got 3 receivers to our side. Here's that little fake throw. Oh, he's going to get some room here.
That's good discipline right there.
Sacchetti over the top, and it looked like Nicholson underneath.
Stivaleta on the carry. for Dedham.
Stivaleta. He does this
that
every
little-
time.
yeah.
Every time, like he's
Joe
going to throw the ball in.
John Sacchetti.
All right, you're gonna see Sacchetti and Nicholson. Nicholson underneath, Sacchetti over the top.
3rd down, 12.
So 3rd and long, 12 to
At
be
the Dedham
exact.
37-yard line.
Dedham has to get to their own 49-yard line.
I mean, is he ever going to throw the ball? He fakes like he's going to throw the ball every time.
If he-
I got to
if-
imagine he throws it sometimes.
If he does, I'll be shocked, I think. Now they got the empty backfield, 2 near side, 3 to the far side. Empty backfield, Davis alone by himself. And we're going to see a pass here. That's deflected and almost intercepted. Balde got a piece of that one.
That's 4 guys.
4-man rush, yeah. That's an intense rush.
Yeah.
We almost get an interception on
They
the
got some
deflection.
big boys in the middle right there between Diaz and Balde. Those are some tall guys. And then he gets in there, and that's just,
That's Balde, and let me see. D. Gaffney almost comes up with that ball on the ground.
Last pass was swatted down by Jonathan.
So 4th and
they don't
12.
rep that enough. They don't rep the tip drill for the defensive lineman.
Not for a DN, not like that.
4th down.
Bogey back to punt again. Gonzalez,
On the punt for Ben Bogey.
Nicholson and Dulesky, a high snap. He does a really good job pulling it down. This is a much better kick. It's going to hit. Dulesky backs away.
Poison.
And it's going to be down at the Warrior 25-yard line.
Ball is down at the 25-yard line.
So this possession will be the longest
They will start 1st and 10.
possible drive for the Warriors so far in this contest. Every other possession has been in great field position.
I mean, if Angelini takes this carry to the house right now, he's going to be over 200 for the quarter.
Yeah, it could happen. We got just under 31 seconds remaining. Well, yeah, we're gonna move back 5 on our part here.
Ball start, penalty on the Warriors.
Well, with a
Push the ball back
20-point
yards
lead,
to
a little mistake
their own
like
20-yard
that,
line.
as much as you like
down,
perfection,
15.
you can live with that. Be 1st and 15 now from the 20-yard line. Mike Marcussello comes out with the play from the sideline. Coach Brian Carew, as always, calling the plays for the Warrior offense. Dedham with basically a 5-man front. They're loading up the box. They get a single safety, and Angelini is finally going to be tackled for no gain. And that play should end the quarter.
Ben Angelini on the carry. He's brought down by Nick Knight.
Nick Knight over there for the Marauders.
Nick at night.
I think Jaden
No
Brown,
gain on
number
that
52, was also in there. So here we go. We're not going to get this play off. We're going to come to the sidelines, and that'll end the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Foxborough Warriors 20, Dedham Marauders 0.
So the question is, for Dedham, are they going to start pulling out all the trick plays to try to get something going?
Well, I look at it this way, Pat. You come in to the playoffs, they had a losing record, and because of the way the rating system works, they had to have at least 3 wins and play 7 games. And they were 3-5, so they met both those qualifications. They were on the low end. They were seeded 11 based on their schedule and the scores of their games. And
We're ranked higher than teams that had more wins because they played a tougher schedule.
They played a tougher schedule, correct. And that's the beauty of the rating system, because it benefited the Warriors as well. We were rated 3rd with 3 losses, and there were 7-1 teams that were 10 spots down. So they played a game last week, a shootout, which must have been an interesting game to watch.
That was a 7-win team. That was a 7-1 team.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right? And basically a huge victory for them. Now they got to come into a Foxborough environment against a battle-tested team, defending state champs, and why not pull out the trick plays? I mean, you got nothing to lose. Here we go, 2nd and 15. And we're going to see a pass from Mike Marcussello. This is thrown behind. Is that, get a number over there, is that Sacchetti? It was.
Sacchetti. Yeah.
Sacchetti gets like a 2-yard gain out of this.
Marcasella's pass is complete to John Sketty.
Yeah, a little bit behind John. If that's out in front of him, he
Third
picks
down,
up a
8
few more yards. He's not
the
breaking
Warriors.
that anywhere.
At their own
Dedham had
27-yard
that
line.
Picked up
covered
like
pretty
7
well.
yards because they had the penalty.
That's true too. I forgot about that part. I was thinking of it being a 2nd and 10. So not a bad play. Could have had a little bit more. So manageable 3rd and 8 right now.
Looks like some confusion on the Dedham defense on how they want to play
Marcasella
this.
passing. Daleski's right in the middle of the field. This is always dangerous. He gets slammed to the ground. You know, that's Bogey with the tackle, but Daleski is so elusive.
Marcasella's pass is complete.
He's set up in the open
Warrior
part of the
first down.
zone there. And we saw a couple weeks ago the hands that Cam Daleski has, and he catches this ball with his hands and turns it up. Nothing fancy here. Just like, look, he sets right up in the middle of the defense. He makes guys miss.
Just understanding coverage, getting the soft
Warrior
spot.
on the stop.
There we go again.
Marcasella in a little bit of trouble here. He's going to get, now he's going to get sacked. Yeah, Doyle on the tackle.
Dedham sacked by number 3, James Doyle.
Loss of about 6 yards. Mike avoided the first couple Dedham Marauders, not the last one. I think he was looking to go
2nd
deep
down,
there.
17 for the Warriors. At their own 37-yard line.
I feel like they're trying a few things out right now.
Oh, yeah.
Try to get some stuff going they might need later on in the playoffs.
Yeah, and now's the time. If you're going to pass, now's the time to do it. You're not going to do it with a 30-point lead, 35-point lead. It's bad taste. But, you know, the game's still early, and passing hasn't been a factor yet. Now you want to mix it in. And here he comes.
There's the draw play for Angelini.
And there he goes.
Where's he at? They're at the 42. No, they're at the 37.
Nothing wrong with that.
So it was a
Touchdown, Warriors.
63-yard carry.
Yeah.
That was also his Al Bundy touchdown. That was his 4th touchdown in the game.
63-yard touchdown run by Ben Angelini.
Here we are, 9:28 to go in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah. The only thing I'll say, and you got a little bit of a rise from the crowd right here, you heard it, is at the end of there, Angelini slows down at the goal line, and he's got his back to the whole Dedham defense. He's got a guy breathing down his back. Those kids, you know, they're feeling beaten right now. He's not in the end zone yet, or he's right at the goal line. That kid's got to take a shot at him, you know? And the last thing you want to see is Angelini get hurt because he gets drilled from behind, you know? So we're going to go for 2 again, it looks like. Yes, we are. So we get Sacchetti and Foley in the backfield. And there's the out pass to Gordon. And he has it. Yeah, he did. Gordon catches that.
Marcasella didn't put it where he wanted
No,
to
he
put
didn't.
it.
Point conversion is
But,
good. Pass
catch
from Mike
by Gordon there.
Marcasella to Nolan Gordon.
Really good hands by Nolan Gordon
That
right
looked
there.
like it was a whip as well. It was just
Yeah.
deeper.
Marcasella released that ball before Nolan Gordon was out of his cut. Almost deflected by the Dedham defensive back there, but Gordon, good concentration. And we are now 28-0, 9:28 remaining in the first half.
Let's see this touchdown.
It's a touchdown.
Foley pulling through, sealing off the guy.
Look at that. That's the center, Evan Vieira. Now watch, you'll see at the end here, Ben slows down a little bit. That's just, you know, that's a frustration. That could have been called a penalty for
Kicking it
unnecessary,
off for the
but
Warriors is Jackson Maley.
you know, it's football.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't in the end zone
He
yet.
wasn't in the end zone yet. I mean,
Back deep for Dedham is Nelson Gonzalez.
all right. Gonzalez deep,
George
along with
Beatty.
Brigitte. This is Gonzalez. Oh, submarine. What was that, number 7? Wow, that's
Gonzalez on the return for the Marauders.
So Braden McKay.
Braden
number 7.
McKay. I think it was Braden McKay. See, yeah, Angeline,
He's
right
brought
there.
down by Brady McKay.
Right
All
there.
right, that was a little chippier than I thought it was. Because I saw some chirping going on like 2 plays before that too.
Yeah.
I don't know what could possibly be the chirping.
Yeah.
The Marauders will start at their
High
own
school boys.
34-yard line. First
Focus
and
on
10.
getting a few first downs, maybe even like sniffing the end zone.
So Dedham comes out. They're all over the place here. Look at this. Very strange formation right there.
He didn't fake the pass though.
No, he
faked
did
the
not.
handoff.
Stivaleta, excuse me.
Josh
Foley with the
Stivaleta,
tackle.
He gets
the
first
quarterback
down.
keeper, brought down by Ryan Foley.
Foley with the
And
tackle,
Gabe
as you
Boulay.
said. First down, Dedham.
Dedham picks up the first down out to their own 44-yard line.
Now don't get complacent, defense.
Motion here. It's Bogey. This is Stivaleta now with the pass. And he's going all the way back against the field. He's going to lose the yardage. He's going to lose like 6 yards.
Dangerous thing with those types of runs too when they start going against it like that is they've changed the rules so much with like those.
Stivaleta,
They used to be like
brought
yard
down by
sale
Caden
blocks where
Hassett.
you'd be able to really line someone up and light them up as they were
loss
pursuing.
of about 4.
Right.
That's illegal a lot of the time now. They
Second
call them
down,
blindside
14
blocks.
to the
So
Marauders at their own 40-yard line.
Stivaleta actually got a favorable spot there. So loss of 4 brings up 2nd and 14. It almost looked like it was going to be like a bubble screen or a
Yeah.
quick hitter, and he goes all the way back against the grain. And to your point, you can't blindside people. You can't cut block.
they got to reset.
Gonna get a
What's going
timeout
on
by
there?
Dedham.
Got to be a timeout. Yeah, they didn't know what they were doing. The
Timeout,
other thing too
Dedham.
is Stivaleta is when he's lined up on the right side like that, they could do a double pass right there because he is the lefty. Can't
Right.
do that
Just
if
a
it's a
reminder
righty,
on that
but with a lefty
50-50
you can.
raffle.
True.
Tickets are on sale at the front gate and the concession stand.
So just
The winner
under
will
8
be
minutes
selected in
remaining.
the third and fourth period.
It's been all
ball
Foxborough
game.
to this point in the game.
Quarter, excuse me.
Dedham's
All
only picked
proceeds help
up
support
2
the
first
Foxborough
downs in the
football
contest.
program.
Early turnover led to Foxborough's 2nd score.
We're at 190 for Angelini.
All right, teams are back out onto the field. Second and 14. Foxborough looks like they may be coming.
Looks like they got that tight bunch. They were trying to run that other play that
Right.
Foxborough was running with that counter.
That's Panay on the
AJ
carry.
Bennett on the carry for Dedham.
He gets 6 yards. Bring up a 3rd and 8.
He picks up about 6 yards. 3rd down and 8. Ball spot at the 46-yard line of Dedham.
All right, Dedham comes out 3 wide this way. 1 to the far side.
I saw them do a weird formation too, where they had two. I mean, they
This
weren't.
is
They were
Dave's
moving,
middle screen to Panay.
and that's a hold.
He's going to be close to first down.
All right. That's interesting. Officiating's hard.
Pass complete to AJ Bennett. Brought down by Matt O'Keefe.
You sound like you're reborn, Pat. Is this the same guy I've worked with in the past? 4th and 1. Dedham's got no choice but to go forward here.
Trying
Fourth
to
down,
recondition my
yard to go.
reflexes, Doug.
There it is.
So
For Dedham.
It's never too late, Patrick.
Ball at the Warrior 47-yard line.
All right, they need 1.
the receivers on the near side of the field were like moving around. It was like they were having a union meeting. And then like on the middle screen, the Foxborough
Yeah.
defender was getting grabbed. It looked like
We got what's this could be? This could be motion. Again, that's a late flag. right there. I thought because the play was already, they got like.
They really called.
They did motion on Dedham there.
He was like 7 yards downfield.
I was just thinking that. I'm thinking it's a hold on the play. That's the first thing that popped into my mind. Oh, there's got to be a hold because the play's already in motion.
Pushes it back 5 yards.
That's all right.
Officiating can be hard.
Officiating can be hard.
Yeah, see what I'm talking? Like, see how they're moving? Like, they're not. They're,
Yeah,
like,
he wasn't
They weren't
reset.
set for a second.
But now,
And then let's see if they keep playing and we can see. All right, the hold, or potential hold.
I actually thought it was going to be a hold, but now it changes the yardage, but it doesn't change the situation. I think Dedham is, they're going for it. If they were punting, they'd already be in punt formation. Got nothing to lose here, guys. So Davis is back at quarterback. We have another timeout. There's a lot of confusion on Dedham's part.
Timeout,
I
Dedham.
mean, it's November 15th, right? 15th, 16th, 15th. November 15th. You guys have been going at it for 3 months.
Well, Finn Davis is a junior quarterback, so he's coming back. Stivaleta's a junior.
right.
Hanover's got the lead at the end of 21-3. Things play out. Foxborough and Hanover will be meeting again, second year in a row. But this time it won't be the Super Bowl. It'll be at the semifinals.
I was thinking that Auburn might be frisky with Hanover tonight, but apparently I was wrong.
Well, we get paid to be wrong, Mac. We're like the weathermen.
Take a look and see what's going on the other side of the bracket. My guess is Shawshin's killing whoever they're playing. And
all right. I think they're going. You're going to try maybe draw them off sides. No, he never. Oh,
he didn't cross the line.
He didn't cross the line.
No, he's calling on Dedham. He called on Dedham,
Oh,
yeah.
my goodness.
I was about to say, Matt didn't cross over.
Yeah.
Good call, officials.
Oh, my God. O'Keefe does a really good job of getting back, but.
Ball start on the Marauders.
Oh, the center pulled the ball up.
Yeah, that
That's what it
explains
was.
why he
That's
jumped.
that explains why.
Can't be doing that.
Dedham's still going for
At
it.
their own 43-yard line.
There's the
Double a little reverse
triple
here.
reverse there.
And nothing. Oh, look at the Warrior defense.
Good
It's all
job
over
staying
that.
home, guys.
Nelson Gonzalez on the carry.
Gonzalez. So the trick play obviously doesn't work there. And the Warriors take over once again in Dedham
They'll take over on
territory.
downs.
Looks like the 42-yard line of Dedham. You're still, we got 5:45. You're still going to see your starters out there for the Warriors right now.
Halftime score, Shawshing 28, Newburyport 0.
Actually, call it the 42-yard line.
We'll see some substitution in the second half, but you won't see it yet here.
Old Rochester Regional scores a TD at the end of the half to make it 21-10 Bulldogs. So Old Rochester up 21-10 over Norton.
Okay. Is that a fullback dive we got right there?
Yep.
Nothing. Maybe a yard for Foley. Yeah, he's going to get spotted at about the 41-yard line. We'll give him 2. 2nd and 8. Angelini's on the sideline right now, Mac. Right here in front of us.
Can't get 200 yards from the sideline.
Can't get hurt, though.
It's true. Especially with like the chippiness that we're seeing.
Here you
Nice
go.
run by Foley right
There you
there.
go.
Oh, no, that's Taft.
That's Taft.
There we go.
The young sophomore, Jack Taft, gets into the game and rips off a nice gain.
Foxboro carry by number 24, Jack Taft.
He gets 20 yards.
Taft picks up a first down, running it down to
This
the
little
Dedham
stiff arm. Again,
21-yard
like
line.
the tackling, like these guys are coming in so high tackling.
Very nice run there. So we got Sacchetti at a wing, and we're going to see him take the inside handoff. And look at Gordon's block out there.
Blocking out there, yep.
And Sacchetti's still not down, and he gets a touchdown.
Touchdown for
That's a
Sacchetti.
great
There you
run
go.
by John Sacchetti right there.
Great blocking by Gordon out there, too.
Well, Gordon's blocked a couple
21-yard
touchdowns.
run.
Great block on a couple
Number 5,
touchdowns here.
John Sacchetti.
That was really impressive right there. Here I am. I just mentioned that he's lined up as a wingback, and I'm thinking, like, why is Sacchetti there? And now we know.
Jackson mailing on to the
Mailing
after.
going to try the extra point. We might get one of these.
Colby has it with the hold.
All right, well, I'm taking my W with my prediction for the 200 yards, even though you might not get another carry.
Hey, we got an extra point.
Point after is good. 4:50 left in the half.
So we
All
are
right, we're going to see this run. This is really nice.
change of direction right there.
So, again, Sacchetti's got some. Look at Gordon's block.
Yep.
Now, right here, he's got
Trying
a
to tackle him
sidestep.
high.
Boom. Oh, look at that
There we
block.
go.
Balde.
Balde.
Oh, goodness. And there's Vieira, too. Balde just trucked that guy.
When you're a lineman and you get downfield and you get to block one
Oh,
of the
my
defensive
goodness.
backs, that's what you're looking for.
Wow.
So we're still in the first half, which is why the score, I believe it's 42 points for the running clock in the first half.
Oh, I got to tell you, though, too, Jonathan Balde, I mentioned last week, Pat, he was a kid when he was younger, early years, freshman, sophomore. His build, he was like heavy set. And in the last couple of years, his body's transformed in the sense that he's gained some height, not much, but he has turned, like, we'll say, baby fat into muscle and has leaned out. And his speed, he's downfield. He's, like you said, he's down inside the 5-yard line with Sacchetti.
Yeah. You know, when he was a sophomore, you could have referred to his build as like doughy.
Yeah.
But
nice
he's
little
no
return.
longer.
No, he's a strong young man out there.
Marauders. Runs it over the 30-yard line.
34-yard line. Dedham will start their next possession. Still plenty of time here in the quarter to get something before the half, possibly.
First and 10, Dedham.
Still have O'Keefe and LaCroix in there at the D tackles. Palmer and D Gaffney at the ends.
Yeah, starting defense is still out there.
Right. Is Ogbuzi's going in, I believe, right? Number 0.
Yep.
Yeah, Dulesky comes out here to match up with the receiver. Again, looks like Davis is at quarterback. Straight ahead handoff. Nice yardage there. He might get the first down.
D. Gaffney
Panay.
with the tackle spun him 4 yards.
Yep, they're gonna give him the first down. Panay on the carry, 10 yards.
That picks up a first down for Dedham. Ball spot at the 44-yard line.
Get some good inside blocking right there. A little sidestep on Panay's part. Yeah, you're right. He gets thrown ahead for that first down. First and 10. We got 4 minutes remaining in the first half.
It's funny seeing the Hassett brothers in the backfield. Right? Caden's got nothing underarm, and it looks like Colby's pretty cold.
Oh, another first down gain. All right. Claforia.
Claforia on the carry. He's brought down by Caden Hassett.
Caden Hassett on the
first down
tackle.
for the Marauders.
Back-to-back first downs for the Marauders. They are now at the Foxboro 45.
Defense is loosening up, so the Dedham offense is throwing underneath a lot.
Has a little jump pass right there, too, middle screen type of thing. Now Davis is out as a wide out. And Panay's the quarterback.
Yep.
No, he's actually not. This is
Lefty.
Stefaletta. Wow, you can hear that pop from up here. That was Ryan Foley.
Foley and Kayog Buze coming over the top right
Stefaletta
there.
on the carry. He's brought down by Ryan Foley.
I got headphones on. I can hear that pop through my
Kaya
headphones.
Bunte.
It's funny, you see the offensive linemen on the left side right there. They were both blocking down on LaCroix, but it looked like they missed because they ended up blocking each other when they were blocking down.
2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 from Marauders.
2.5 to go.
At the Warrior 44-yard line.
So Panay and Davis in the backfield. And Davis, he's trying to find a receiver. Well, he has to throw that back to the line of scrimmage.
Yep, that's why the flag's out.
Yep.
Can't do that.
He's outside the tackle box, but he has to get the ball back to the line of scrimmage, and he did not. So that'll be an intentional grounding call, which will be a loss of down in addition to the yardage.
It's a young man who is concerned about some of the hits that he's already been feeling, some of the pressure he's already felt.
Yeah.
So it's 5 yards from the spot
where he
threw it, and he's lost it down.
So you have a 3rd and 21, 22, 3rd and 22
Excellent
right now.
grounding. Penalty on Dedham.
And he was
5 yard
okay with the
penalty, lost
throw
it down.
for
Yeah.
folks, but he's got to get it to the line of
Yeah,
scrimmage.
Third and line.
that's all you had to do is get it to the
For
sticks.
the Marauders.
But again, you're learning, you're under pressure, like you said. Things aren't going well, and that just keeps happening with snowball effect.
Yeah, I mean, Dedham staff's probably already thinking about Norwood, the Thanksgiving Day rival.
All right, here we go. And again, this is Davis. Pressure by D. Gaffney. Oh, a completion. Stivaleta. A long completion.
Tim Davis' pass is complete to Josh Stivaleta.
Good for them.
Nice.
Keep playing right
nice.
there.
Caden Hassett on a tackle, but I got to tell you,
Knocked out of bounds by Caden Hassett.
Davis took a shot there from D. Gaffney right at the very end as he released the ball.
And he helped them back up.
Yeah.
Devin picks up the
Interesting to
first
see what
down
happened
to the
right there.
Warrior 20-yard line.
Okay, so Kobe's covering the guy underneath, so then Caden was covering.
Well, he was scrambling around for like a good 5 seconds, so
Yeah.
your coverage will break down a little bit. We're coming down to a minute and a half. Dedham's only got one timeout remaining, too. There's Panay on the carry, and he really getting nothing. He just
AJ
it looks like a rugby scrum.
He's stopped by a
Looks like the Danvers
Slow
offense
Warriors.
is back in.
Again,
He picks up about 3 yards.
if you want to score before the half, you got to pick it up.
Second
Pick it
down,
up.
7.
I think they want to score, but I think they just want to make sure they don't give the ball back.
Well, they do get the second half kickoff. But if you punch one in here and you get the second half kickoff and maybe make something happen, you can make a contest out of this again. Okay, Dave's the quarterback. Panay is the running back. There's an underneath pass. Yeah, it's going to be first down. Yeah, they give it to him. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Just right
spot
there
at
in the
the
middle
10.
of the open field.
The floor for you.
Zone coverage, just sit
Brought down
down.
by Caden Hassett.
Yep. Actually, he's
First down,
inside.
goal
He
to
should
go
be at
for
the
the
9.
Marauders.
Should be at the 9.
At the Warriors'
Yeah, it is.
7-yard line.
You see another pass here. There's nobody there.
Looks like he's trying to hit the detail out there.
Yep. Wide open fan there. Almost came down with it. 17.7 to go.
Not sure
Second
who it
and goal.
was over there. Must be the Dedham side.
They do have one timeout left, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe? Because they burned 2 like
They
on the
did
same
burn
play.
2. Yeah.
I don't know if they did another one.
All right, they got a bunch over there on the far side. Davis, He's looking. Nothing there. Intended receiver was
Should've
bogey.
hopped it. Foley on the coverage.
Pass intended for Ben Bogey. It's incomplete. Third down, goal to go for the Marauders.
So if he's going to complete this pass, he's going to need to. I mean, Foxborough's not adding any pressure. They're just bringing their rush in there. It would be interesting to see if Foxborough mixed in a blitz right now, just to see sort of how that reaction would go from the Dedham offense.
Taking a lot of time here, too. I mean, you only get, what, 30, 35 seconds
I'm
in
not
the huddle?
sure.
But it's been a half a minute. His arm's up.
So that means 10 seconds, and then he'll start doing the hand when it's
All right.
5. He's just
going-
trying to
he's-
throw the fade.
Geez, Palmer with the sack
Well, we're
from
going to find
behind.
out right now. Yep, they did have one timeout left.
Yeah. So it'll be 4th and goal with 5 seconds to go. Palmer gets credit for that sack there.
Quarterback sack by James DeGaffney along with Trevor Palmer.
Yep, just coming around with that
Yeah.
dip move.
Loss of about a yard there.
O'Keefe helps him up.
Timeout Dedham.
Now you got to keep in
Fourth
mind,
down, goal to go.
these
Yeah.
Froshmores have a game early tomorrow morning.
Yeah, they do. That's the other thing you got to think about is like whatever playing time they get tonight, it'll be limited just because of that game tomorrow. I think they're playing BR too.
Yep.
There's Jen up on the camera.
So it'll be a senior-heavy second half.
Yeah. The normal upperclassmen that don't get a lot of playing time, that practice just as hard. All right, Dedham breaks the sideline huddle, comes out, 5.3 seconds to go. Could be the last play of the half. Maybe not. Again, Finn Davis, quarterback. He drops back to pass. He's getting, Gaffney's being held there. Oh, Daleski, I believe
Good
it
job,
was.
Gillespie, waiting on it.
And that'll be the half. That
That was Daleski.
I believe it's Daleski,
I
yes.
think so.
This receiver's
Last pass
thinking,
is batted away by Cam Gillespie.
well, yeah. No, Joey
No, it was
Nicholson.
Nicholson.
Score 35-0 Warriors.
Joey Nicholson, actually.
Joey Nicholson with the bat away. Good job playing
Correction,
it.
that last play was swatted
So
away
here
by
we are.
Joe Nicholson.
At the half, it's 35-0.
That is a half.
We're probably not going to see Angelini again.
35-0 Warriors.
So he's going to round out his day with
195 yards, 191.
190, roughly.
Oh,
I mean, my very crude accounting for it, and we got 1, 2, 3,
you round it up, it's 200.
9 carries for 190 yards and 4
Ridiculous.
touchdowns. That's a
Ridiculous.
pretty decent half. So,
That's ridiculous numbers.
yep. So he's had a good night.
And he's not hurt.
Yep. So now we got the, I guess we'll hand it over to the cheerleaders for their performance. There is no halftime performance from
That's
the
right.
band, so you can enjoy that.
All right. Welcome back, everyone at home, on the internet or wherever you're at. Here at Jack Martinelli Field, second half action about to start in about 3 minutes. The Warriors with a commanding 35-0 lead over the Dedham Marauders. It's been all Foxborough. Dedham made a last second push at the end of the half, coming up short on a 4th and goal from like the 6-yard line. But
who's that punk with the bleached hair right there that left the kid hanging? He put his hand out there.
It looks like
couldn't be one of my players.
That's my nephew right there. That's Joey Cicerone, folks. But in any case, Dedham will get the ball and start the second half. There's not much they really were able to accomplish. Foxborough's offense has just steamrolled them, and the defense has played as strong as ever this year. If you remember last year's run, quite a few shutouts in the process, and the defense is playing to that caliber right now. So Dedham will get the ball, as I said, and we'll see where it goes from here. If we get the 42-point lead, it goes to a speed clock, which means clock doesn't stop for really anything. Incomplete passes, penalties, out of bounds play, so on and so forth.
Injury
it will stop for, but the normal stuff.
And timeouts, right? I think timeouts stop them too. So for Dedham, this is going to be it's going to be a prideful situation. I do want to say, we saw coming out of the half right there, a lot of the youth players there were lined up, giving all the kids high fives as they were coming into the game. I was talking earlier with somebody, and Foxborough is in Division 5. They belong in Division 5. They're, in terms of the size of their enrollment, they're in the middle of the enrollment for the division. However, they do play above their weight class, so to speak, because they play that tough schedule, and because they play in the Hawk Mock. And I think that's sort of emblematic by those kids right there high-fiving them as they're running in. That sort of shows the tradition of Foxborough football from the top to the bottom. And I think that allows such a small school to really have success and be able to play with the bigger schools.
Yeah, you're hitting it right on the head there, Pat. And a lot of it starts in the youth program. And even if we don't have Super Bowl winning teams at the youth level, they get the basic knowledge of the game. The numbers are good. And then we turn them over at the high school level, and Coach Martinelli and his staff, they just turn them into a solid football team. So, you got to have feeder programs no matter what the sport is, soccer, basketball. I mean, it shows with Lisa Downs at the high school girls basketball.
Yep.
All right. She keeps getting freshmen in that just make impact, And
she puts in the work. She's running the free clinic again for the girls. It's doesn't cost you anything, girls. Just show up wearing your sneakers, bring a water bottle and a ball.
That's it.
And we're gonna coach you up here. So
that's it. So
Coach Martinelli and his staff coming down to help with a reasonable price, sort of like a fundraiser.
Really.
And they take all those kids and they go through them.
Welcome back.
Not every town is like that.
No.
And
Warriors will kick off.
It may seem corny to some people from out of town, but those little kids that are playing football, they dream of coming out on the field under these lights, wearing that helmet. That allows them to retain a lot of kids. We don't lose as many kids to privates, even though we're going to lose some. But and I was just thinking that because Dedham is obviously in that battle. They have so many privates around Dedham with those Catholic schools, and they're like vultures. The second a kid hits a growth spurt and he starts scoring some touchdowns, all of a sudden people start showing up offering them scholarships.
This is true. So Mailing will tee it up and kick it off. And again, we have Gonzalez back there. And it does not go to Gonzalez. It goes. Great see here.
Bogey on the return.
That was number 1.
Joe Lombardi on the tackle.
So
Stivaleta on the return and Joey Lombardi on the tackle.
First and 10 for the Marauders.
All right, so Hanover won 28-9. That's final. Foxborough,
Wall spotted
assuming things hold here, they're going to be playing
34-yard
Hanover
line.
at a neutral site, somewhere between Hanover and here. Hopefully, I'd really like it if it was around like Bridgewater instead of having to go up to Boston.
Yeah.
Up around like Braintree or something. So.
All right, Panay on the carry, runs into, again, a wall of blue
AJ
jerseys.
Connett on the carry.
On the other side of the bracket,
He's
it
brought
looks
down by
like it's
Adam
going
Mead.
to be Shawsheen.
Along
They're
with
handling
David Way.
Newburyport. And then, well, I'm sure Newburyport appreciates not having to drive quite as far for
Pickup of a couple yards there.
taking their
Second down
loss
and
in the
8.
second round this year. But, and then Old Rochester looks like is going to beat Norton. Other scores around the Hockomock. Milford had an 18-0 lead. Redden scored 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter to end up winning. I believe Redden was the 1 seed.
Well, Palmer gets him anyhow. Panay on the carry there. Palmer had him for a loss. He breaks the tackle, runs around a couple other guys, and Palmer comes back and makes the tackle. So
North Attleboro will be going to the Final Four. They stamped their ticket in Division 3.
solid win
Yep.
by North.
In Division 2, KP was up 14-0 at halftime.
3rd and 7
I imagine KP is going to take care of things.
for the Marauders.
Mansfield is in a little bit of a dogfight with Dartmouth. It was 14-6 in the third quarter.
Here we go, 3rd and 7 here. Davis going to pass. Oh, Dulesky hits him in the chest.
So Mansfield's up 14-6 in the fourth quarter right now. They're playing.
Pass intended for Josh Stivaleta, incomplete.
This pass was pretty good zip on it. He overthrows Stivaleta and caught, I think, Cam Dulesky by surprise, hit him
Back
right
to
in the
punt for
chest.
Dedham is Ben Bogey.
So Bogey's back to punt. Dedham
back
does
to the
nothing with
Warriors
their
is
first
Cam
opportunity
Dulesky
of the second half.
And Joe Nicholson.
Nicholson and Dulesky back for Foxborough. Good snap. Bogey gets it off. Diaz puts some nice pressure there. Nicholson right there with the return. Gets about 2 yards before he's brought down.
Joe Nicholson on the return for the Warriors.
And it was Floria.
Marcasella is going to
Gets
come out at
about the 40-yard line where the Warriors will
Marcasella is
All
not
right.
going to come out.
1st and 10.
So here we go. Frank's stats here. We Foxborough rushing yards 210, passing yards 51. It sounds about right. Dedham with total 119 yards, most of that coming on that last series that they had. The penalties are really the key there. 6 penalties for Dedham. Really shooting themselves in the foot a few times. So a nice job there, Frank McDowell.
And I don't know about the key. I feel like the 210 rushing yards was pretty important. But Max Thorcell in at quarterback,
There you go.
sophomore. He's got Taft in the backfield, and is that Joey Lombardi?
Nice
next to him?
Taft.
There's Taft going in for a touchdown. Let's run that clock. That Joey Lombardi was blocking for him.
Wow.
Touchdown Warriors.
Wow.
So
60
Brady
yards.
McKay's up
Touchdown
there,
run
and they had their starting offensive
by number
line.
24, Jack Taft.
So it's good seeing the seniors, the senior linemen running down and congratulating the sophomore there.
Boy, he shot through there, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Jack Taft is an athlete. He didn't play
Jackson
tackle
ran off for the
football
point
until
after.
8th grade.
Yep.
And
Could have
he's
used
really
them a few years earlier.
could have used
honestly.
him a few years earlier,
Kobe
without
pass
doubt.
it.
But
the hole.
he's an all-around athlete. And right there, he just showed his speed. So Foxborough will attempt the extra point here. It's
we go.
good, and we are at 42.
All right,
Point after is good.
let's go. Wind that clock. There we go. Clock is going.
Yep.
Yep, just straight down the field. Great run right there.
Yeah. The hole, though, is just, he got that hole and he was through the hole.
That
So,
last play,
you know, your
into
point.
quarterback for the Warriors is Max Dorsell.
Best thing Max did right there is hand the ball off.
So I saw 4 sophomores out there on that play. We had Dorsell, Taft, Lombardi, and Braden McKay.
A little bit of taste of revenge here, too. Our sophomore class 2 years ago as 8th graders got knocked out of the playoffs by Dedham. Cliforia was a big part of that for Dedham. He was a handful that day. So
Jackson Malin kicking it
our
off for the
sophomores
Warriors.
are getting a taste of revenge tonight, Taft being one of them. There's a nice knuckleball right there.
That was a good kick.
It was a good kick.
Let's see the coverage. Yeah, good coverage.
Yep.
Good job.
Handful of guys in there again.
Who's that? 86? Is that
Lo-
86? down
Lombardi was in there again.
65?
65, it looks like, Pat.
there? That was
65 for Foxborough. We don't have them.
Joey Lombardi
85?
won that
We don't
last
have
stop.
an 85 either.
No, I think we dressed a couple
Along with Andrew
kids
Toomey.
tonight. Well, if it's Toomey, good for Andrew.
First and 10 for Dedham. Ball spotted at their 30-yard line.
So Diaz is playing at one end right now. 44 is in there for Foxborough. Is at a D tackle. That's Josh Hinden.
Wildcat! He's running game! Run!
And Stivaleta.
Oh,
And
it's Javen Diaz. 71. So
they brothers, Pat, do you know?
I have no idea.
Well, there's a
No,
sack.
they're not because they're Javen Diaz. Javon
Foxborough
Diaz
tackled by
is spelled with a Z.
Javon
Javon Diaz
Diaz.
is spelled with an S.
Gotcha. So you put some new faces in there, and the result's still the
Lots of
same.
about
And there's
4 yards
Stivaleta
on
with that little, I'm going to pass it
second
fake,
down and
and
14.
nothing.
Like at this point, I just want to see him throw a pass. Just
Yeah.
you know, I want to know what happens. Remember how like Brett Favre used to always fake like he
Yeah.
passed the ball every time he handed it off? It's
Right.
like it's almost like a tick for Stivaleta.
There you go. 2nd and 14. Davis back in at quarterback. He hands it off here. That's number 11. That's a fresh jersey number.
That's Joey Lombardi.
Dom Perry for
Don Perry.
Dom Perrion.
Yeah, I was about to,
You were about to
I
go
was
there,
about
right?
to go there. You stole my dad joke from me. Dom Perignon carrying to.
Josh Hinden.
Yeah, Dom
for the
Perry.
Warriors.
We mean no offense at home, folks. It's just
Third down,
we
about 11.
got a few names here that's making Pat
Dedham
think of
at their own
wines and stuff
29-yard
like
line.
that.
The oh, there we go. The carry ends with Dom Perignon, the 20 on the 19, the 29.
There you go. So here we are, 3rd and 11. So far, the second string for the Warriors looking sharp. And, nice
Nice screen.
Dom Perry right there on the reception. He's got room to go. Hassett has an angle. He's going to tackle him, but this is a nice big
Oh, I wonder
game.
if that Dedham
Joey Lombardi also looks like he's in on that tackle.
referee ran into a Dedham coach on the sideline, and he's
Three
going to be
passes
lucky
to
if he doesn't
Dom
get a
Perry.
penalty.
Great. They took advantage of Foxborough's pressure right there. You can see Lombardi in pursuit, and you're going to see Hassett. Caden coming over, and Lombardi.
See,
Hassett,
there they
By
are right there at
Caden
the end. You
Hassett
see him
along
run
with Joe
into.
Lombardi.
yeah. Nice.
Perry picks up a first down
That's usually a 15-yard
to the
penalty.
Warrior 35-yard line.
Yeah, so we're doing work here with these different numbers and whatnot.
Yeah. That was about a 40-yard gain.
So Dedham was one of those teams that was in the Bay State League for a real long time. They're Thanksgiving rivals against Norwood. My family's from Norwood, so.
Great pursuit by the Warrior defense right there.
They do have
Nicholson on the tackle, I believe.
They do have that. You know, they have Zavarian
Nelson
and
Gonzalez on the
Behemoth
carry.
right there, right next to them.
Cut
So,
down by Joe Nicholson. We do have a 50-50 winning ticket number. Winning ticket number is 705-423. That's 705-423.
Nick Higgins is checked
You
into
have
the
the winning
game for
ticket.
Foxborough.
so
Please come report to the press box.
November is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, and the 1988 Dedham Marauders were 10-0. So if you're old enough to remember that team, please remember to schedule your appointment for your check.
Wow, there's Perry. Perry's brought some life to this Dedham offense here.
He has.
Another big gain for first
John
down.
Perry on the run. Perry picks up a first down for the Marauders.
Well, we're going to see a replay from the opposite side. Yeah, just a little draw play. Gets it.
Looks like there's a little bit of a
Penalty
different
flag.
technique implied on the
On the
edge
Warriors'
right there.
face mask.
Lombardi with another tackle. So what do we got here? Where are the chains at here?
First and
Now here you go.
yeah,
Move.
it's first and 10 from the
I was
11.
gonna- yeah, I was going to say, the chain's got to move somewhere.
First down for the Marauders.
They can get a first down
Ball spotted
without
about the
scoring.
11-yard line of Foxborough.
Coming down to 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Again, the clock's not going to stop unless there's like an injury or a timeout.
Yeah, Perry kid's a senior too. It's good seeing him get those
Here he
that
goes.
shot of life.
Oh, Nick Higgins had him from behind. He's holding on to that shirt.
Perry on the carry.
Lombardi with another tackle. All right, what you can see here,
Joe Lombardi in on that tackle for
Nick-
the Warriors.
Nick Higgins is going to be like right there. He has him. Oh, he's,
Second down, 9 yards to
you got to
go.
give credit to Nick Higgins right there, and Boulay too. But Nick Higgins had him by the shirt, slowed him down. 2nd and 9.
I mean, I guess maybe that is Andrew Toomey that's in the end right now.
Yeah. His number 66 here, but looks like 65 on his jersey. Again, under these lights sometimes, gold numbers, it's hard. This little toss
they
up.
outmanned him. That was a good play right there by who's the end right there. That. So what happened is they go in that
Perry
motion
on the
right
carry.
there,
Once again for
and all of a sudden they have
the
a
Marauders.
major number advantage over on that side of the field.
Right.
And I don't know if it was McKay that came through. He sort of shot through and sealed off the guy from getting to the sideline and forced him to cut it up. So it's one of those classic situations where he might not have made the play, but he made it so they could ball it up.
That is McKay, number 7. It's out on that end. He's going to be getting a lot of playing time next year, I believe.
Yeah.
Again, motion. And we're going to see Perry once more.
Oh, I think the ball's on the ground.
Boulay's right there. Higgins with the tackle.
Good job by the Dedham offensive line right there picking up, because what happened was what Foxborough's been doing is when they do that motion away, they're sending pressure from that backside where the guy was lined up.
Yep.
So there were two guys
Tom
bearing
Perry on
down,
that
and the
last
Dedham
carry brought down by
lineman came in and was
Gable
able to seal those
along with
guys off
Andrew
to give
Higgins.
Perry a chance.
Nick Higgins.
4th down, about 4 yards to go for Dedham. Ball spotted just about the 6-yard line.
4th and 4. Last play of the quarter. And you can see a keeper by Stivaleta.
Oh, he didn't fake like he was going to pass it, though.
Does he get the first down?
I don't know.
No time left. Either way, the sticks are going all the way to the other end of the field.
I got to measure it before they move. Can we get a decision, guys?
We're going to see the end of it. Boozy's out there. See Brendan LaCroix.
I mean, he's out at the 2-yard line. So Foxborough, they gave the ball to Foxborough, right?
All right, I think so.
I think I just
Says
saw
first and
Foxborough
10.
throw in there. Well, it'd be 1st and 10 either way. Well, no, it'd be 1st and goal.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I saw Foxborough throw in the game ball too.
It says ball's on the 6. Boy, he looked like he got closer than the 6, but it doesn't matter. Now we have 12 minutes to go in the contest.
I mean, they're marking it at the 2, so that's, yeah. Is Thorcell going out there? Yeah, Thorcell's going out there, so it's Foxborough ball. So we can snap this ball, and then we'll be 12 minutes away from heading home.
Yeah, that's it.
That last play of the third quarter, Dedham did pick up the first down.
No, they didn't.
No,
They didn't, Dave.
no.
Oh, excuse me.
Foxborough's ball.
Foxborough starts 1st and 10.
Oh, fumbles in the end zone. This could be a safety. That's a safety.
There you go.
Safety on that play.
Dedham crowd goes wild.
Taft never really got the ball cleanly there.
There they are. I mean, it's better giving up 2 than 6.
Right. So, snap's a little high, but yeah, Taft never really got the ball as a clean exchange right there. So Foxborough will have to kick off, free kick, I believe, from the 20-yard.
Throwing him off because he has his elbow down.
Yeah. And I know we run shotgun all the time. Yeah, you know, and it's just like there's times I think you need to go under center. I mean, I'm not an expert by any means, but just my comfort zone is like when you're snapping the ball 5 or 6 yards deep in the end zone, things like that can happen. I mean, all it takes is a little bit of penetration. Whereas if you're up under center and you fullback dive or even a keeper yourself, go ahead for a couple yards.
Well, it's the problem with quarterbacking in general because all the high-end high schools do it too.
Mm-hmm.
And like you'll watch like a college football game and they'll be in shotgun.
One thing for the Warriors is
I know.
They don't do snaps under center.
I know.
Andrew Higgins.
And it's really strange because it was like in my teenage years that you saw the occasional shotgun snap, and it was always a passing down.
Great punt. It's gonna field out like
Good
the 41.
return too here.
Yep.
Strip the ball.
Braden McKay's right there with
Strip the ball.
one of them. Joey Lombardi again. Joey's in there a lot.
Yep.
Very active. Braden McKay, like I said, number 7 was there. Nice return by Dedham all the way to the Foxborough 35-yard line.
Yeah, it was like a 25,
34.
26-yard return.
Down. About the 34-yard line of Foxborough. 1st and 10, Dedham.
Chain crew's got to move. What are they doing? They're pushing the ball back. Oh, back at the 36. All right. 1st and 10, Dedham.
9 minutes to go.
Davis again at quarterback. And we're going to get some more with Perry. Ball's loose, but it's already whistled. He was down.
Offensive line's getting a good push on this batch of defensive linemen here. Look at that push on the left side there.
Don Perry on the carry.
Yeah, he's down.
Joe Lombardi and Ian Williamson on the tackle for the Warriors. Perry does pick up a Marauder first down.
About time I got to call the names of
Runs it
some
down
of the
to
kids that I
26
coached
yard
for
line of
those
Foxborough.
years.
There you go. I tell you, Perry's done very well here in the second half. He's been a spark for the Dedham Marauders.
He's senior too. I'm
Yeah.
just wondering why he
Well,
doesn't touch it more.
there are a lot of other guys that get a chance, that's for sure. And there's the toss to him. He's going to try the outside. Braden McKay from behind. Braden McKay's got an ankle. McKay and Lombardi.
I think it may be a factor of the senior offensive line for Dedham
Don Perry on the carry, brought down
blocking
by
sophomores.
Braden McKay and Joey Lombardi. No gain on the play.
Braden's always been a pretty solid tackler.
Yeah, solid all the way. Solid kid.
Yep.
Guy you want to invite over your house to hang out with your kids.
Yeah.
2nd and 10.
Jaden Florestal in, along with
Here we
Brendan
go.
LaCroix.
Nice little run there. It's number
George
6,
Grige.
Grige, right? And he gets a
Greedy on the
first down.
carry for Dedham. He picks up a first down.
Great
Sick.
blocking out there
Yeah.
from Dedham. We
Yeah,
got
look,
Jaden Brown,
Perry's right there blocking.
Josiah Robinson.
Warrior,
Yeah.
12-yard line.
All right, so at the 12-yard line of Foxborough, we got just under 7 minutes to go.
As we get out there blocking 51, we got Nick Knight.
Nick at night.
Yep.
Here we go.
Skip
Perry.
ball. Great job right there.
23 for Foxborough, maybe?
Yep, that was 23. So that is Maxwell Iorio.
Nice job
Don
there.
Perry on the carry.
Number 23 for Foxborough was on the tackle.
Maxwell Iorio.
Maxwell. Iorio, and on that last stop for the Warriors.
Here we go. 2nd and 11.
Aiden Waller out there at corner for Foxborough. Do that sweep there with 6 again. Grige.
Grige, yep. Iorio's over there again.
Riggy on the carry. And on that tackle was Matthew Iorio.
Yep.
Ian Williamson in there too.
Yeah, sure was.
Third down about
Jaden
5 for the
Florestal.
Marauders.
All right, it's nice to see.
Ball at the
I see some of
Warriors
these other
7-yard
guys
line.
get some playing time. 3rd and 5. Low snap. This is
Perry.
Perry. Yeah, he's gonna have the first down. I believe so.
Perry again on the carry for Dedham. He picks up a first down. First down, goal to go for the Marauders.
So it's really interesting in a sense that Dedham drives, they don't get the touchdown, they come up short the 2-yard line, but it's then in fact turned into a safety and a potential touchdown right here. So they actually made out better on the deal
Oh, yeah.
by
That's
not
good
getting it.
for them,
Yeah, and there he goes. Mr. Perry's in the end zone, Admiral Perry.
Touchdown, Dedham. Touchdown by number 11, Don Perry.
Ryan Benitez doing a good job blocking out front for him.
Well, Ben Angelini's putting his helmet back on.
It's probably because it's cold.
You know, he threw the warm-up down on the ground, Mac. He was wearing it. Threw it on the ground, grabbed his helmet. Kickoff return, that's why.
Smack this kid's ass. Bury him.
Oh, look at this.
Oh,
It works. Not the prettiest play in the world, but it gets you 2 points.
yeah, that was a touchdown by number 8 for Dedham.
2-point conversion.
Mustafa
Good.
Alazawi. Mustafa.
I think Gonzalez, and yeah, it was number 8, right?
Yeah.
But who had the ball? Who tossed it?
That was number 3.
Number 3?
Doyle.
Doyle? Yeah, it is Doyle. He is like surrounded, and then all of a sudden it's like,
Conversion was from James Doyle.
Mustafa goes in there and grabs it. Kids, make sure that you play with your mouthpiece in. I can't.
all right, here's the touchdown. This is Perry. Hey, he earned it. I mean, he's played well this second half.
Yeah.
So 42-10, clock's still running.
This is the Froshmore kick return team. So we got Cam Rice back to return, and I don't know who the other guy is. I'm pretty sure that's Cam Rice. Cam Rice.
It's not on the roster. Yeah, Rice is across the field.
We got Campbell and Jackson Bolin up on the second line.
Yeah, whoever 41 is, he's got the ball. And he's tackled. I had no idea. Our roster's not complete.
Returned by Foxboro's number 41.
We carry 41.
Yeah.
Liam Dowling in on the tackle.
So we're looking at like a knee here, probably,
Yeah.
and then that'll end the contest. One, really. If he takes his time right now and takes one knee. Wait till he gets to 40 seconds, and then
Yeah, there he goes. Good job, Max.
that's your ball game, folks.
All right, so we said 4 touchdowns, but like 4 touchdowns with 4 2-point conversions.
We're close, Pat.
So, yeah, we nailed it.
We nailed it. It just, obviously, Dedham was no match for Foxborough tonight. It held true on paper. It looked that way. Strength of schedule, all that stuff. And, Dedham certainly didn't quit. It's just that they were overpowered. A very good Foxborough team, as we've mentioned, really coming into their own.
The final score
Since,
from Jack Martinelli Field.
Since week 4 when they started this
Foxborough
winning
Warriors
streak.
42, Dedham Marauders 10.
7 games in a row now the Warriors have won, and now they'll move on next week to take on Hanover
Go on to the Final Four Division
And,
5 playoffs.
for a Final Four semifinal matchup. Fourth year in a
Playing at a
row.
neutral site next week.
Fourth year in a row the Warriors have made it to the Final Four.
Safe travels home.
So it looks
Have a
like-
great weekend.
Looks like Mansfield's probably going to win. It's still 14-6, but they just got the ball back. And the reason why I mentioned the Mansfield score is that means they're going to have a game to play for next week, too.
Yeah,
So both teams will be on equal footing on Thanksgiving when they play for the Davenport.
right.
Foxborough is going to be playing Hanover. We'll follow up once we find out what site that is at. Hopefully we're able to cover it like we did last year with the Final Four.
Correct.
Foxborough, Hanover is better than the two teams that we've seen.
Yeah, without doubt. Hanover, we were checking before the game with one of the Foxborough coaches, and basically Hanover graduated a lot of kids from that Super Bowl team last year, the runner-up. But they do have a solid foundation.
They have a good program.
Yeah,
And so
they're good coaches there, and that's why they're where they're at.
They were the 2 seed. They're going to be home.
Yeah.
So it's going to be neutral, but Foxborough will be wearing their whites.
Yep, we will. And that's okay.
Yep.
Because we won with our whites last year.
Yep.
So the final score here at Martinelli Field, Foxborough 42, Dedham 10. For all you folks at home, thanks for joining in. And for our crew here at Cable 8, the men and women who make it all happen and allow Pat and I just to shoot the breeze and talk football, we appreciate what you do, and we thank you very much. And hopefully we'll be covering next week's game, and you'll be hearing us once more. Good night, everyone.
Go Warriors.
I like audio better. Right, you want to do something crazy? No, we good. That was the crazy. We good.
Thank you for watching this Cable 8 sports coverage of the 2024 football season. Game coverage made possible through the efforts of Foxboro Cable Access volunteers. You can watch all the Warrior home games, Mondays and Tuesdays at 8 on Comcast HD Channel 1072 and Verizon HD Channel 2139. You can also catch us online at fcatv.org and follow us on Facebook and on Twitter.